Hey, what's up, guys? It's Prelude, and I'm here with Miguel today, and we're gonna go take a look at the Preludes that are here at Casa Dark Rican.
How many products do you have, Luis, in total?
So in total, there's 14 on my lot, but there's 12 that I own, two that I have here for friends of mine.
Awesome.
Okay, let's go take a look. Let's see exactly what we got going on. We have a little bit of everything. So these Preludes are my personal collection, like my personal collection, and then also ones that I want to work on and help the Prelude community know more about while working on them, the issues they usually have. And that's why a lot of these cars, they look like they're more like project cars than they're actual, personal cars, okay? I have my personal cars that are nice, don't get me wrong, but I have the ones that I definitely want to teach the community with. So that's where we're going for here. We can start with my favorite generation, if you like, which is the fourth generation.
Sounds good. But before
Okay?
we start, sorry to interrupt, Luis,
Yes.
we're gonna leave one of your most favorite vehicles for the end of the videos, right?
What do you mean?
Is it the most favorite or your most second favorite?
Okay, so we have more than Preludes here.
Okay,
We have
awesome.
Honda Elements. We have Acura TL. And you see all the Preludes everywhere. And there's one other Honda.
We're gonna show it in the end of this video, right?
Yes, sir. So
So they gotta keep
keep
watching
watching.
and wait to the end of the video to
Yes,
see
sir.
which car it is.
Yes.
Sounds good.
All right. Fourth generation Preludes. We got a ton of them here. That's my very first car I've ever owned. Actually, my very first car is back here in that garage. Okay, it's kind of crowded in there and dirty in there right now, but it's in there. And that one has a Euro R H22. A lot of people who know me from the forum days, they remember that car and the build. It's a dark navy blue, and I got the first Euro R H22 from Steve over at H Motors. So that was back in 2003. 2003, I did that swap. So that's what's in there. That's how this all started with my Preludes. Um, if you want to look around, we have this one that belongs to a friend of mine. This car here, basically, he has an original 92 SI, and this is a 93 VTEC H22. His has a lot of body damage and rust in New York, so we went and found him one down here in Virginia. This one is completely stock and has a little bit of work that it needs, but it's a perfect shell, no rust, no nothing. He has a JDM engine that he wants to throw in it, and we had it stored here for him just for a few months. So he should be coming and picking this up soon. So that's this car. All right, we have these two cars actually right here. This is a 95 BB2 SI. This car actually came with a Euro R engine in it as well, but there's some wiring issues with it. So this car, I'm actually gonna go ahead and pull this engine, and we're gonna sell this shell actually. This is gonna be for sale. But this has a very good interior, just some minor, cosmetics. That's pretty much it. So that's that car. And I actually picked up that car with this green one on this side. I'll show you real quick. Sorry to come on this side.
Bro.
This one also has no rust. It's a little rust shape, I have fenders and the headlights and stuff. But this one, it came also with a spare engine. The engine was blown. But this car is very special because it's also a four-wheel steering. Four-wheel steering, if you guys don't know, is also the rear wheels actually turn negative and plus 5 degrees, depending on the speed also. It's due to low speeds only. But that's what this car is, which is a rare thing to have. And there's issues that goes wrong with, there's issues with the four-wheel steering systems as well. And that's another thing that I want to show the community, how you work on it and how you can fix it and stuff like that. So that's why we got that. But actually, I got these two cars together. They actually were at the same house when I purchased them. Go over here is a 1996 SI. This 96 SI actually was in very good condition. Um, it has a very rare tan interior, leather interior. Um, I went ahead and also got it auto flexed, which is pretty much like plastic dip that you can wash and wax and everything. So this color is not a Honda color, okay? And it's called Rare Jade. So it has like this bluish green color to it, which I thought looks really good and complemented the interior. That's a light tan interior, you know? And also, this is an accessory wheel from Honda. And it's very hard to find. It's not in the greatest condition, but it's something that, you know, you can definitely refinish and get it nice. And it's just a very rare wheel in the community. And my friend who actually owns this Prelude, he has those brand new in a box. Brand new in the box for like the last, I don't know, 20 years maybe he's had those. I forgot how long ago he got them, but that's something that's going on his car. Pretty cool. Real quick, over here is another hideous looking car. I mean, the previous owner, he just, I don't know what he did to it, but the cool thing about this car is it's rare because it's a 1994 four-wheel steering. In the Prelude community, everyone knows 92 and 93 are the years that the Prelude had the four-wheel steering option. So that's a 93 over there. This is a 94. 94 is more of, if you wanted four-wheel steering, you had to ask for it so it can be put onto your car. The difference with that is the interior is like an upgraded interior, like a facelift. Similar to the VTEC interior on the Preludes that were leather interiors. So the interior is in decent condition, you know, considering the year and the condition of the car, you know. And the rare part about it too is the cluster also glows. And the 94 to 96 Preludes were the only ones that had this cluster that would light up. And the four-wheel steerings did not have that. This one has it with the four-wheel steering light on it. So it's a very rare thing. And I think in the over 24 years, 25 years in the Prelude community, I've only seen 5 of these. Actually 6. One recently came up near my house, but it sold. Unfortunately, I couldn't get my hands on that. But yeah, so I was able to have one of these out of the 6 that I've seen over all those years. So my plan was to try to restore this one as well. Okay, let's go to, I know there's a lot. There's definitely a lot. So for 4th gens, there's more 4th gens, guys, because I think that's the majority of the cars. I have a JDM one that's on that side that we can go on that side and speak about later. We'll just finish up what we have on this side. Over here is a 1990 Prelude SI 4-wheel steering. So the difference with the 3rd generation, this is a 3rd generation Prelude, is that the 4-wheel steering is mechanical. With the 4th generation, it's electronic, which has its own computer and it works with angles with the steering and everything like that. This one is fully mechanical. All the parts are, you know, it's like all the rods and everything that are in there, it moves it instantly. Okay. So this is a very rare one because everybody wants a 4-wheel steering and manual. They come in automatic as well, and this one is a manual. This comes with a B21 motor, and a lot of people like to swap those for the JDM motors because the sleeves on these are the the FRM sleeves, and those, they deteriorate, and you always have to get them redone, re-sleeved. So that's one thing. This thing needs a swap. So I do have a swap for it. It needs some love too. But the thing is, what's the killer of the Northeast? Rust. This is surface rust, no problem. The problems are when you find them on the rocker panels, they'll be rusted out. This car came from North Carolina, absolutely no rust. The only thing you see is surface rust on the hood and on the trunk. Besides that, there's no rust. So this is beautiful. To the Prelude, you know, community that understands what this car is, 4-wheel steering, man, they understand. If you find one with no rust, that's a diamond right there. So that's the plan for this, you know, drop an engine, get it painted, and restore this one. And this will be my 3rd gen. That's for this car. This one over here, really quick. This one is actually the one that I was building. If you guys follow me, you guys understand that I've always wanted to build a turbo Prelude, and this is gonna be it. And then it just so happens that now that my time has come, now that I have my property, my house, and the time to build, this Prelude is gonna be the all-wheel drive Prelude. I'm also sponsored by S1 Built. I advocated for S1 Built and the all-wheel drive kit when they started designing the Prelude kit. And I'm very honored and thankful for Son and Mylin over at S1 for sponsoring me. And I gotta get to that project. So that's what's gonna happen here. This car is fully caged. I got this from my buddy T Real. He's out in Maryland. He used to race this car. He owned this car for 11 years. And This is one car that we're gonna get back and get it to the drag strip. I still have to get this project going, but the engine is there. Just gotta slap it together and get this car, you know, rolling and get it on the track for you guys. So you could take a quick the rear, see how it looks. It looks pretty cool.
And you got carbon fiber like hood and trunk, right?
So yeah, it came with the hood and the trunk and everything. You know, it has to be cleaned up and repainted, or a nice wrap on it would be nice, you know. And then, you know, get the engine put in, the all-wheel drive parts, which I have. If you guys understand the all-wheel drive game is not cheap, and it takes a long time to collect all the parts and a lot of manufacturing and stuff like that. A lot of this stuff happened also during COVID, right, where everything was held back. So, but it'll come together. Just stick with me, have faith in me, and we'll get it done. We'll definitely get it done. We got over here a second gen Prelude, and then we'll wrap up this area. Sorry that these cars are pretty dirty. I gotta wash them. It's pretty hard to catch up with all the pollen, you know. But this is a second generation Prelude. This is a 1985 DX. It's a dual carbureted. And this car basically was down the street from me, popped up on Facebook Marketplace, and I had to get it. I mean, it came with Mugen wheels. And if you guys know, I'm a huge Mugen fan. And these are the CF48s. The previous owner had them powder coated in white, and he did the aero disc in red, which that's not something that came from Mugen, but it's definitely a nice touch. I think they came out really nice. So I had to get the car. It was a great deal. It comes with Mugen wheels. That's a steal, you know? And we just have to get the carbs rebuilt, and I have a lot of support from the Prelude community who's gonna help me learn a little bit more about carbureted engines, because that's something I still have to learn. So that's the second gen. And
Looks
of course,
really clean inside.
manual. Yeah, it's really
It's
clean.
super clean.
Comes with a phone in there, if you guys saw. It comes with the factory fog lights that used to come in the Bosch used to make them, was the company that used to make the fog lights, so it came with that. I actually have the Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi.
Mm-hmm.
They
They
were
used to
in
make
front.
cell phones too. Yeah. So it's pretty cool, you know, to have a timepiece like this. And this one does have a little bit of rust that needs to be, you know, attended to, but it's nothing crazy. It's just minor, very minor. If you see right here, it's just this little bit, and that's pretty much it. That's nothing. So yeah, that's the second gen. Now we can wrap around and go look at the fifth gens. Tell us, Miguel, what did you tell me when we came to the house? Your favorite generation?
The fifth gen, especially the white part. Is that the champion white or the
So
white part?
there's no championship white, but that one is like yeah, it's a white. I forgot the name of it, man.
Part white.
It's a pro white. These guys are gonna hate me, but yeah, this is a pro white. This one is a shell, actually. This one I got. It used to be one of the Prelude enthusiasts. I'm not sure who the guy was, but he has, in the Prelude community, you guys know BB Alliance. So BB Alliance, he has the sticker, and that right there is huge, because that tells you that this guy was a true Prelude enthusiast. So just like in the Element community, we have lots of different vendors that help and support the community. BB Alliance is huge for the Prelude community. So when I saw that, I was like, man, I gotta check this out. One of my buddies told me, hey, they're selling this car close by you in Virginia. I picked it up in Virginia Beach, and had a blown engine, but you know, has tons of JDM goodies on this thing. It has JDM fog lights. The headlights actually are retrofitted. They have to be cleaned up. They're depots, but it has to be cleaned up, and that's nice to have an actual real retrofit, old school way. So there's a lot of stuff. S2000 seats. It had JDM rear seats in the interior Type S seats. But this is pretty much just a part car. So I will be parting this out and then selling the shell as well. You know, unfortunately, the guy blew the engine. So this is, like I said, it's just a part out vehicle for now, and the shell will be sold. We can get in depth with all of these cars over at my channel, which I have lots of content and video that, again, give me my time, I will post them, trust me. and for every car from when I picked them up into full details of them. So just go to my channel and follow me. Again, there's 14 Preludes here, so there's a lot to cover. And meet me over there, and we'll look at each one. All right, let's go to
Awesome.
the other Prelude, right?
Yep. You got an Acura TL too, right?
Yeah, this is my daily. Actually, got the I got this back in 2010 when I first moved down to Virginia, and I actually bought it from a Porsche dealership in Ohio, and I wanted to get a manual. I couldn't find any manuals. I wanted a Type S, but I couldn't find one. But I found a base model with a manual. The other fifth gen, the one that you like, this color.
My favorite.
So this one is a 2000 base model. And basically it's in very good condition. A guy that I met, he was actually leaving to Army boot camp, and he needed to sell this car. It has some aftermarket headlights, which I'm not too much of a fan of. It's like an eBay headlight. I put some stock headlights back onto this one. But the best thing about this car is that everything works. He put a JDM H23A VTEC motor in it, which comes out of the Accords in Japan. I believe it's the Accord wagon that it comes in. And AC works in this car. It runs smooth. And there was no way I could let this car go. So my plan was to maybe daily it for a while. And then if I decide to get rid of my TL, honestly. And, you know, clean it up a little bit and then eventually sell it to somebody in the community that's definitely going to enjoy it, you know? Because my true heart wants a black fifth gen. I'm not gonna lie. I have a JDM red interior for it that I want to put in a black fifth gen. It will look so good. But that's pretty much this car as well.
And I noticed that you have a lot of like project preludes here, but talking to you yesterday and you were showing me all the parts that you already have. Basically, you already have everything to make like your plans goes on your preludes, right? You're just
Yeah.
making the time right now.
Yeah, now it's time to make the time. You know, I had a lot of years doing house stuff, life stuff, right? Things that have been happening. But now this is the time to really dig into them and get these done. And, you know, and educate the community like I really wanted to. So that's the plan. Yes, sir. So that's the fifth gens. I have two more fourth gens over here. These fourth gens, the black one in the back is a 95 VTEC. I used to actually have that car, and I bought it before it faded all the paint again. That Honda Clear is so good, isn't it?
Right? Especially
Honda
on the
Clear.
hood and the roof
Oh man, it's
and the
the worst.
trims.
Right, right. So that one is a 95 VTEC. I bought that in upstate New York. That one does have some rust on the rear quarter panels and stuff. But it's a beautiful car. It's original VTEC, man. And I actually had two of my really close friends in New York own this car too. They had sold it back to me, and then I sold it to the other guy, and it actually came back to me twice. But it's a friend of mine who owns that one now, and it's here temporarily as well until he's able to come and pick it up. And what's in front of it is actually the latest Prelude that I've gotten last year. And this one is a JDM BA8, which is pretty much an SI. It's called a special stage, I believe is what it's called. And pretty much what it is, it's a dual cam F22B, but it has tons of JDM goodies. I mean, this car, you know, it has the power folding mirrors. It has the parking pole, which this comes up, which is pretty cool. It has the half antenna. The thing about this chassis is that it is the same as a BB4, which is the lightest chassis in Japan, which is the VTEC Prelude. That one I actually have too, and it's in the garage. That's my Mugen Prelude. Again, you guys follow me, definitely check out the Mugen Prelude. You guys know Trey B. Dippin', he did a video with the Mugen Prelude as well. But back to this car, pretty much I imported this car and has the bronze. It has the bronze glass that's on this car, which is very rare. For all the Honda enthusiasts, a lot of cars came with bronze glass in Japan. You kind of see it's like a little bit of brown. It has that brown tint to it. That's the bronze glass, and it's gorgeous. I mean, when I saw this car, when I picked it up, I actually fell in love with it, and I kind of want to keep it, but the plan is to sell this car, unfortunately. It came with a bride seat. It came with a Nardi steering wheel. It has the JDM air freshener on the interior too. Um, it has actually a lot of goodies in this car too. And it's also the lightest chassis. So in Japan, they have no sunroof. They have that option. And the BB4 and the BA8, this one in particular, does not have that. Doesn't have ABS. It doesn't have cruise control. Um, Again, it's the most light in chassis of the Preludes. So this one, again, will be posted for sale and hopefully it'll go to a very, very good home because it's a beautiful car. It's definitely beautiful. It also comes with the end keys, the wheels. I believe they're the RPO ones, yeah. So with the JDM Preludes, they come with the rear wipers. You see like this on the Integras here in the US, but in the US, the Preludes don't come with the wipers, only the JDM ones. So that's pretty cool too, to see that, that here in the States. Oh, and then another good is the rain guards. These rain visors, the JDM ones, they say Prelude in here. You can, I don't know if you can see, but they do say Prelude. Just like a lot of the Hondas, you know, they all had those that say Prelude there. So this is definitely a wanted item also. This car also has the chrome handles, which is another rare feature. So you can see the interior.
Super clean.
It's very nice. So this car has a little over 88,000 kilometers. So it has the floor mats. The floor mats, they come with the Prelude logo on it. My first Prelude's in the garage. It's covered with a bunch of stuff around, unfortunately. But that's the one with the Euro R. And then I have my Mugen Prelude, which is a JDM car as well. And that's the one that the community really loves to see when I take it out. So it's in the garage as well.
So again, guys, make sure to subscribe to his channel so you
Please.
can see it more in detail, right?
Yes, sir. Go ahead and subscribe to the Dark Weekend and check out all the Preludes over there and all the projects and everything that we got in store for you guys.
And if anybody who is watching this video is interested to buy any of the cars that you have for sale, what is a way to contact you?
Just message me on mainly Instagram. I'm very responsive on Instagram. I really enjoy Instagram. And so the Dark Weekend on Instagram as well. Same for YouTube, the Dark Weekend. Just reach out to me. I'm sure when I'm ready to post it for sale, it'll be on Marketplace, and I might even put it on a bidding site, honestly. But I want it to go to an enthusiast first. So if you guys are interested in this car, please reach out to me. And when it's ready to sell, I'll give you guys first dibs, definitely, because it needs to go to an enthusiast. Here's what we saved. One of the best for last. Here we have is my 1995 Acura NSX.
Nice.
This car, I got it from a really good friend of mine in New York. So big shout out to Chris. Chris actually owns an Integra Type R as well, USDM, and he had this beauty. It's gone through a lot of changes since I got it from him. A lot of stuff is mainly cosmetic. The engine is stock. I like to keep it like that. I'm more of a purist when it comes to that type of thing. But it has a lot of carbon fiber goodies. I rebadged it with all the Honda stuff. A lot of LEDs, arc light, front turn signals, arc light rear tail lights, the LEDs. You know, this is actually the NC Auto Target Top. These are pretty rare. He only made so many. I believe there was about 20 of them made. I could be wrong on that, but I know it's very, very limited. So I did get this. These are Pride. So Pride actually exhaust makes these. And they're actually the spoon design. So they're exactly replicas to the spoon mirrors, but they're made in carbon fiber. Beautiful. You know, I have some a lot of old school goodies on here. These wheels are old school two-piece wheels. These are Y Sports by in their Wade Racing. And these wheels are pretty much the same exact barrels that were created for the M7s, for the Mugen M7 wheels. So the barrels are exactly the same. The faces are the only things that are different. And it has the same style. I have Titech front lip and a Titech rear diffuser. That's carbon fiber as well. That's a very rare JDM piece. And the spoiler is another rarity. That's another one that everyone really, really likes and desires in the NSX community. It's carbon fiber. It weighs like I don't even know, maybe 2 pounds the entire spoiler. But it gives it such a nice touch. It's so tasteful, you know. Yeah, let me go ahead and just turn on the lights for you,
Sounds good.
so you could just see how it looks. And we got that, and then a lot of engine bay goodies too to dress it up and make it look a little nice.
Nice. Nice and clean.
Yeah, so this too also is from Pride, so Pride makes this as well. So that's the rear vent. So in the interior we have, it's mainly stock, but we have some Mugen goodies in there. The floor mats are actually from the Zanardi NSX, which they made 51 of them. So those are really nice. The seats are Mugen. We have the Mugen MSR full bucket seats. So I have that on the driver's side. And then on the passenger side, we have the Mugen MSZ. And those are the semi-buckets, Recaros. Recaro makes these seats from Mugen. Then we have the Mugen steering wheel and the horn. I have all the other goodies I have to put on it still, like the pedals, the Mugen pedals and the shift knob and a bunch of other stuff. I also have a very rare, the Mugen hub for the steering wheel. This black hub is a full billet piece that was made for Mugen. It's a Boss steering, so that's a very rare piece. It's in the Mugen catalog for the NSX.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's super hard to get.
Yeah, I actually got my hands on that with a SW3 Mugen steering wheel on the Japanese auctions. I guess no one wanted to buy the steering wheel because not many people like the styling of that steering wheel, but I saw the hub was connected to it. And for some reason, nobody purchased it. I jumped on it. So I was able to get the steering wheel with the hub. So very cool, rare piece. I'm very happy I was able to pull it out and show you guys, you know?
Yeah, we took it for a test drive too.
We definitely did. Miguel, what do you think about this NSX? Was it your first ride too, right?
It was my first ride, like even sitting inside an NSX.
Right.
And I really love it.
That's great, brother. And then you did mention that at shows, I used to go to a lot of shows like H Day and I would see NSXs, but they'd always be closed and you can never get in or anything like that. And honestly, this car is always at H Day. I take it to H Day every year. I've been with the S1 booth several times, and I don't see no reason why people can't come in and enjoy these cars as well. So usually I let kids come in the car, sit in it, you know, and it's really nice to see how they light up when they actually see the NSX and they can actually kind of, you know, touch it and feel it and see how it is from the inside. So when you mentioned that to me earlier and you shared that with me, brother, I'm actually very happy that you were able to experience that with me today, you know?
Thank you so much, Luis, for everything that you do for the community.
Thank you, brother.
I know you did a lot of research. You worked all these years in your Preludes, all generations. And I'm sure that you're going to inspire and also help other people that are also part of this nice community that we have.
Thank you, brother. I truly appreciate that. It's been many years and meeting a lot of great people in the communities, all the Honda communities, man. It's been a real joy and it's something that I really, really, really love. I love my cars, man, and it keeps me going, you know? And we want to keep them going. We want to make sure that they keep going forever. So I appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for coming to the East Coast, man. I mean, that's such a treat to have you here at the house. On the East Coast was cool, but at the house,